I'm just going to do a weekly overview so you'll know what you've got in store for week 2 of Graphic Design 2. Typically what you can do is you go and check the checklist, and that'll give you a pretty good rundown of everything you need to be working on. First thing you want to do is you want to post to your work in progress discussion board, or you'll do that as you get going on project number 1. You would work on thumbnail drawings, sketches, and drawings for project 1, just kind of sketching out your ideas, and review any links posted for the week. And then also you'll want to review project 1. And something else you want to make sure you do is make sure you have completed the week 1 discussion board posts. So make sure you get those done. This is weird. It says due Saturday at 11:30 p.m., but elsewhere I looked and it says it's due the 20th, this upcoming Wednesday. So get them done by Wednesday, and you'll be fine. I'm not sure what the discrepancy is here, but just as long as you get them done by Wednesday, you'll be fine. Those are for a grade. It's going to be your first grade, and that's going to be probably the grade that shows up in your like that initial grade report you get after like the first 2 or 3 weeks. They're easy points. It should be easy A for both of them, as long as you get them done. So make sure you get these 2 done. But for week 2, you've got your week 2 project 1 work in progress, and then project 1. And project 1 deals with using Adobe InDesign as a means of assembling and editing a bunch of text. So that's what it's going to focus on. You're going to have to pick a book and take some text from that book and create a work of graphic design for that. That would look something like this in the weekly brief. So this is about 5 paragraphs taken from the book Dracula by Bram Stoker, and I've just used InDesign to kind of create a text-based composition, a design that's nothing but text. Okay, so in the project 1 folder, you've got the brief, and that will kind of explain the project. The elements we're going to deal with. We're going to talk about balance and visual weight in design. So be sure and read all of this. It will really help. But this is important introductory graphic design stuff you'll want to study. Then it jumps into some typesetting terminology and some ideas for using type. Some common ways to use type. So you'll make sure you go over that. And then here's everything you need to know about assignment 1. The text you use needs to be from a book that's in the public domain. Okay, here's a little section on the public domain, and here's a link to books in the public domain that you can choose from. But I talk about that some in some of the other places for this assignment. You've got a how-to document. This will take you through the entire technical process of doing this in Photoshop. It tells you how to use the tools, how to set text, how you would start. Okay, so this is a good reference to have as you're working, but it pretty much goes step by step on the tools you'll use and how to do stuff in InDesign. And then I've got 2 videos that break the project down that you can watch, and they'll be me going through how I approached the project and how I did it. So you watch both of those. And here's a list of books in the public domain that you can choose from. Okay, so any of these books that you can find, you can use this as your text. And in the brief and in the video, I talk about how much text you need to use. So you could go back, and again, that is all stuff that should be in this information here. And if it's not, or you have questions, you can email me, you can text me, you can call me, whatever, and I'll give you any answers you need. But really, and because this semester is going to be, a hybrid where I'm not going to be there, but you're going to have class time, and you're going to have one scheduled class meeting on site. You kind of want to do stuff in advance of that time, because if you wait till your lab time to start finding your book, then you're going to lose a little bit of time there. So hopefully, when you can, I know this first week it's a little tough because we started on a Wednesday, and the Monday people lost that lab day. Uh, but kind of in advance, try to look at the week's project and do what you can before you hit lab time, and that way you can use that lab time to work in the software. Okay, so just go through all this. It should tell you everything you need to know about this project. How much text, what kind of text needs to happen. So yeah, you're going to have 6 blocks of text. One of those has to include the title and the name of the author. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can use one font for the entire assignment, and you can't do any bold fonts or italic fonts. They just have to be the plain font. But again, the brief and the videos will really help to explain all that. Okay, so that's really what you've got for this week, is to get started on Project 1. Make sure you've done the week 1 discussion board posts. There's 2 of them, the introduction to who you are, and then the graphic design research one. So make sure you get those done by Wednesday. For the week 2 work in progress, that can be, you can just tell us what book you've picked and why you've picked it. Or if you've gotten kind of along the way there on it, then you can kind of post a JPEG of your work. But that's just, let us know how it's going, where you're at on the project. If you're struggling, that's a good place to put it. And you can do that at any time during the week. If you want, some help early, post it here. But yeah, so that's this week. If any of it's not clear, just let me know and I'll get back to you. And if I need to make new videos to further explain things, I can do that. That's not a problem. So that's week 2 already. All right. Have a good week.